Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Of course, I do not own the rights to the music that's playing in the background. It is for my entertainment purpose only. My entertainment purposes only. I do not own the rights to the music playing in the background for my entertainment purpose only. I'm streaming live here currently on TikTok, Substack, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Huh. Of course, y'all, if you haven't noticed, um, I am unable to utilize my main page. Um, we'll see. We'll see what's going on with that. But nevertheless, y'all know I keep it pushing. I keep it pushing. For those that are a part of the 100 Author Movement, definitely want you to connect with me on the WhatsApp. So make sure you have the WhatsApp. We got to come off of these social media sites, and we got to really connect off of these social media sites, y'all. We got to meet in person, connect, have established relationships, y'all. Relationships. I love what we do over here, though. I love the connections. I love, but yeah, y'all know what I'm on here for today. I'm on here to do a recap, a reflection for this week. We have started a 31-day journey of sharing out of Beyond Sight, which is a 31-day devotional um, of faith. It's empowerment, faith, affirmations, and poetry. So I have been sharing with you guys over the last 6 days. We are on day 7. Today we're going to be doing a reflection. Um, in the actual book, it says a Sabbath reflection. Reflection this week has been about grounding ourselves in faith, laying the foundation of belief beyond what we see. Reflect on the moments where faith gave you strength and where you pressed forward despite uncertainties. We focused on um, Hebrews, we talked about Colossians, we talked about John, we even talked about Romans and Corinthians. Um, Pressing past what we're going through and pressing towards the mark of the higher calling, y'all. Because we all got a purpose. We didn't get dropped out of the sky. There was a reason why we were placed here. And I want people to be reminded of why we are here. You know, it's not an accident. It's it's not a coincidence. It is part of the master's plan. Before we were even conceived in our mother's womb, you know, he knew the plan that he had for us. That plan was to prosper us, not to bring us harm, for us to have hope in the future. He said in Jeremiah 29:11, he said that he declared that he had a plan for us. He said to prosper us, not to harm us, for us to be in good health, for us to have hope in a future. So I stand on his word. I believe his word because his word is truth. His word shall not return to him void. His word is going to watch over us until it is performed in this in this land, in our life. You know, there are things that we're supposed to be doing. And if we look back on day 1, it talked about, let me pull up my notes. Because y'all, I'm prepared today. I came prepared. I want to make sure that that I give what I'm supposed to give and that I do what I'm supposed to do. So I came prepared today. Just let me pull up my notes. Bear with me for just a second, y'all. Just bear with me just a second. Let me get my notes pulled up. I may have to move y'all around for just a second so I can see. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm learning. I'm learning how to navigate these platforms. I'm learning slowly but surely. I'm learning, and I thank all those that are helping me navigate. I thank you. You don't realize how much I appreciate you, because a lot of people, they see you struggling and yet they watch you struggle and won't lend a hand when it does not hurt. Um, I'm thankful for our circle. I'm thankful for the 100 out the movement. I'm thankful for the crew podcast and all those that trust and believe in the vision. Those that entrust me with helping them bring their books to life. Definitely thank you. Um, Shout out to Shaneria. If y'all have not seen the video of her and her husband, both of them are authors. Both of them have a powerful ministry. Each have a ministry. Shaneria is a prayer warrior. Man, when I tell you she's a powerful prayer warrior, y'all. When she first started, Shaneria, I know I'm all off Kia right now, but when we first started, Shaneria, she told me in the beginning, she said, I don't know how to pray. She said, but I'll come. And when I tell you, she has become one of the most powerful prayer warriors, always interceding, always thinking about someone other than herself. And she's always on the wall, y'all. We've been on the wall for 5 years now. We just celebrated 5 years of the Servant Leaders Prayer Line. Her, along with Pamela J. Hayes. Pamela J. Hayes is also one of the L3s. Shaneria is the learn, Pam is the love, and I am the lead. And we make up the Servant Leaders Prayer Line. And y'all, we've been standing on the wall, trusting and believing God for 5 years now. And that is what inspired me to do a lot of the stuff that I do. And it equips me to be able to do the things that I do. Because, y'all, every morning we get up, we go to the Creator first. We rise, we pray, and then we grind. And that has been what we have done for the last 5 years. I can't tell you that it has been peaches and cream, but I can tell you we've had more good days than we've had bad days. And when you have more good days than bad days, then I'll take it. I'll take it. And y'all, that's what we got to start looking at. We got to start looking at the good in the midst of the bad and learn how to praise Him in spite of what we're going through, y'all. I'm still trying to look up my notes. I didn't forget. I'm still trying to look up my notes, y'all. Y'all know me. Sometimes I can get I can I can get off track. It is all good though. Let me find my notes that I want to share with you guys, y'all, because I have a powerful message for you guys on today that I know is gonna help you through this new month, y'all. Because we're in a new month, y'all. We're in a new month. I told y'all, it's the 6th month. That means we are halfway through this year. Can you believe that half of the year is gone? So, question, self check time. This is self check time now, y'all. Where are you according to your goals? Those goals that you set for yourself. Those small goals, those long-term goals. Where are you towards those goals that you set for yourself? And can you look, do you have a vision board? Do you have a dream box? Do you have something to keep up with, your hopes, your desires, your aspirations, those things that you desire to see come to manifestation or fruition in your life? How are you tracking those things? How are you keeping up with those things? And are you reaching them? Are you on schedule to fulfill your goals for this year? Because y'all, we're at the halfway point. So can you look back over these last 5 months and say that you're on the positive side, or is there stuff that you still need to do so that you can get on the positive side? Yeah, let me go on and pull this up, y'all. I know I'm dropping a lot of stuff, y'all, but guess what? I'm dropping it because I love y'all just that much. I love y'all just that much. So I think I found it. Let me pull it up. So I think I found it, y'all. I found one. Okay, I need the other one. So if you are watching me, well, the ones that are watching me on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch, you can look down in the description of this podcast of this screaming, and you'll be able to see the notes that I'm about to share. Um, guess what? You deserve to win. You are a champion, so expect to win. Okay. I just want you to know that. That is my topic for today. Okay. That's my topic for today. So I want you to know that no matter where you are on your journey today, hang in there and hold on. I don't want you to quit. You will not be defeated. And know that. I want to thank you for stopping by this morning, because guess what? You could have been somewhere else, but you chose to stop by and be empowered, to be encouraged, to be inspired. So remember, it's not an accident. You are here, hearing this at the right time. Right now, this message is for you. God has not forgotten you. So don't give up. Trust his process and hold on to his unchanging hand. Guess what? Those that have been tuning in over the last 6 days, we have been on a journey. We've been on a true journey, y'all. A journey through this devotional, Beyond Sight, 31 days of faith. So here, here's a glance of what we have done this week. Day one, we talked about Philippians 3 and 14. This week was designed to preparing our heart and getting our heart posture. So I want you to take a moment. For those that have been with me, and if you haven't, just hang around just a little while, and I promise you, you'll get a recap of what this week has been like. So just take a moment and reflect on your week. And you can do this too. You can do this along with us, even if you have not journeyed with us. You still can reflect with us. Where has God showed up for you? How have you pressed on? Even when things were not going right, when things were tough, when did you press on? I want you to think about it. And then I want you to pause for a moment. And then I want you to thank him, because guess what? You got through whatever it was that you was facing. You got to see another day. You pressed on. You're here. So you got to see another day. So you got through it. So guess what? I want you to stay strong. Keep pressing forward and trust him in every step, because he said, trust me. Put your trust in me. Trust ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all things will be added unto you. He didn't say some things. He said all things. So guess what? Whatever you believe in him for, it may not come when you want it to come. But guess what? It's going to come, and it's going to be right on time. It's going to be right there on time. It's going to be right there where God wants you to be. And he's going to open that door for you. Guess what? The best is yet to come. But you got to believe that. You got to put it down in your spirit. You got to put it down in your heart. You got to put it down in your soul. And you got to receive it. You're on a faith journey. Now, and this devotional here will help you through that. You got places to write in here. You got places that's going to make you think. It's going to provoke your thinking. And then when you finish with it, you can pass it off to somebody else. You can keep passing it around until it just get filled up and get passed on around, y'all. It's something that keeps giving. And that's what we got to learn. When we get something in our life, and once we've used it and we've been blessed by it, we got to learn how to pass it off to the next person so that they can be blessed by it. We can't keep holding on to stuff. Why be hoarders? Because guess what? When our time is done, when our season is over, when that it's time for us to go on, now we can't take none of this with us. So why not leave blueprints? Why not leave the evidence? Why not leave things for others to utilize and to use in their lives? Y'all, these are things that we can apply. That the word, we're supposed to be applying that to our lives. That's supposed to come to life. He said we should not just be hearers of the word, but we should also be doers of the word. So how do we be doers of the word? That word got to come to life. You when you see John, Mark, Mary, Susie, whoever you see in the Bible, you got to be able to put yourself in there. Because just like they had experiences, guess what? You're having experiences now. You're going through stuff now. And how you deal with it may not be how anyone else has dealt with it. So guess what? Somebody needs to hear your journey. Somebody needs to hear how you went through it, how you got through it, and then you share it with somebody else so that they can get through it too, y'all. Y'all, that's what we're supposed to be doing. Y'all, we didn't get dropped out of the sky. Don't think it's a coincidence. Even if you're hearing this as a replay, know that it came across your path for a reason. Everything that happens in our life, it happens for a reason, good or bad. It's up to us how we process it and how we utilize it. Because everything, the word tells us that everything is supposed to work for our good and for his glory. So those things that you think is going wrong, those things that are not where you want them to be, know that they are right there where they're supposed to be. And they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Because maybe you're not where you're supposed to be right now. Maybe there's some things that you're supposed to be doing that you refuse to do, because I'm going to talk about me now. Not talking about nobody else. I'm going to talk about me now, because there's a lot of things, y'all. If I look back over my life, there's a lot of things that I did wrong. A lot of things that was not in the will of God. There was a lot of things that I could have done different. But I can't dwell on that. Because guess what? He gave me another chance. Yeah, I woke up this morning. He extended his grace and his mercy. So forget what I did yesterday. Forget what I did 2 days ago. Forget what I did even an hour ago, y'all. Because God, we all fall short of glory. Because we were born in sin. But y'all, every day we just strive to be more like him. Y'all, it's a everyday process. It's a minute by minute, hour by hour, second by second process of keeping our sanity, keeping our righteousness, you know. But it can be done if we trust in him and if we move out of our own way. Because see, a lot of us, we get in our own way and we hinder our own self and we give the enemy too much credit. When if we look at what we did and what we caused, and that's what I had to do. So I'm thankful of the things that I had to go through. Would I wish it on anybody else? No, I wouldn't. But because I went through it, I can tell somebody else about it. And I can tell somebody else how to get through it. I'm grateful. Y'all, today, I was a part of a book. It's called After the Vows. Because y'all know that I am a domestic violence survivor. I was married. And I share a bit and piece of my journey towards my marriage, about my marriage. I shared inside of this book that dropped on today. It is on Amazon. You may see a flyer floating around. It has a QRC code that you guys can scan and order the book from Amazon if you like. We're definitely going to be talking about it. We're probably going to have some of the other women that have been on the show, because Shavita is a part of it. Dee Dee is a part of it, and it is Latanya's. She is the visionary of it. So it was all four of us coming together, and amazing book. I am so proud of each and every one of them that shared inside of the book. We talk about marriage. You know, do we wish divorce on anyone? No, we don't. But it happens. And when it happens, we want people to know that you can get through it. There is life after divorce. We share the life after the vows, and then we're letting you know that there is life after divorce, that you can keep going, that you don't have to allow that to stop you. And then not only that, y'all, I had another opportunity to be a part of another book as the visionary of that book. Y'all know that I do a little work with those that are incarcerated. So had an opportunity year before last, maybe in last year, worked with some guys. We actually did a book called Kings You Are Not Forgotten, because I work with men that are in prison, wrongfully, overly incarcerated, or if they committed their crime, they still deserve a second chance. So we work with individuals. We work with men and women, but we've been working with some men in Texas, and they asked for this book. So we created this book last year, and they started asking again. So I reached out. I wanted my men to really be a part of this, but unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of men that wanted to share, that wanted to be a part of it. I'm grateful for my papa, Apostle Lee Thomas Jr., because he definitely stepped up and he shared his insight. And then, of course, my best friend, Shanette Johnson, she poured out because this is what she do. She is a advocate. She's the host of Let's Talk About It on the podcast, the Crew podcast, and this is what she do anyway. So she shared, and then of course one of my mentors, Milagros Romero, she is a true advocate. She advocates for human rights and for people to just know about God. So definitely she poured out inside of this book, and it is called Kings You Are Not Forgotten, and it is book number 2. You can go over to Amazon. It is available. It is available on Amazon. If you have someone that is incarcerated, this is a great book for them because it has devotionals. It has a 4 week like um, walk through, like 7 day walk through reflections. It has introduction to the chapter. It really breaks down things, and it helps those that are preparing to transition, because I also included resources for those that are transitioning. It is a 30-day guide to transitioning from prison to back to society. I even do a 30-day mental health check for those that are transitioning, because I want them to make sure that they are okay. Because oftentimes, you know, people come home from prison and they've been in prison for so long, they are caught up in that prison life, and they need people that will support them and will help them. So I want to make sure that they are mentally okay, because a lot of time people don't check on our mental. And then y'all know, we as brown people, that there has been a stigma, there has been something that they have tried to keep us from talking about. But I'm so grateful that I see people like myself that are really pushing this, and working in that field, and is bringing it to the forefront, because they decided to heal. They decided to work on themselves. They decided to get it right so that they can help other people. And I'm so excited because, y'all, I I too. I know I got my master's, I got all that, but I'm getting ready to go back in August, and I am going to be working on my mental health degree, because that is something that I really want to do, because I've walked that walk. I've dealt with PTSD. I've dealt with depression. I've dealt with bipolar. I've dealt with all types of things. But I had to do the work. I had to go through the process. I had to go through. I had to see a psychiatrist. I had to see 2 therapists. And y'all, I had to do the work. It wasn't something that I just laid down on the couch and woke up and was okay. No, I literally had to go back, and I had to go through my childhood, and I had to retrack some things, and I had to really find out who Angela was. Like, really rediscovering who I was. So y'all, I'm excited because I'm getting ready to really work on some projects that's really going to give you guys an opportunity to really find out a lot about me. Because even though I have all these books out, people are like, you never done a autobiography, you never told your story, you never gave the whole gist of everything. Y'all, it's coming. It's coming. And I believe that it's almost about to explode. It's coming. But there's still some things that God is doing in my life that I know that needs to be a part of this. So I'm holding on. I'm yet holding on. And when he released me and tell me that I am going to do that, because I know that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be blessed by the things that I have to share. Because I know there are a lot of people that have endured some of the things that I had to endure. I know there's a lot of people that may be going through right now and enduring some of the things that I had to go through. A lot of things that a lot of us, we don't talk about, that we hold on to, things that we say we're gonna take to our grave. But that's not what he wants us to do. He wants us to be able to help people, people that have been through it, people that have been that are going through, that need to hear your story, because it's your story. It is your story. It is that you went through, that you think that nobody want to hear. is what's going to help somebody. That's going to help somebody come out. So I want you to really, really stay close, stay close to this platform, and stay close to those that are part of the things that I do. And you'll know who they are. You'll know who they are because we are the 100 out the movement, and we are the Crew Podcast. So stay close to us. I'm telling you, we are a group that is to be watched. And I'm not talking about just here on social media, because it's not about the social media stuff. It's way bigger than the social media stuff. Um, and we come off of the social media. But I'm glad to be over here, y'all. Trust me, I have truly enjoyed these last 7 days, 8 days, however long I've been back on TikTok. I truly have been enjoying it. As the visionary of the Crew Podcast, I definitely love to share our clips. So if y'all would just share our clips, and you can see some of the guests that come on and be a part of our show. All of the clips that you see over there are clips from our actual shows that people come on, and they talk about their story. They tell their stories. We've had individuals that um, have come on from different walks of life. We've had panel discussions. We do it all. If you are somebody on either one of these platforms, if you're on Substack, YouTube, whatever, if you are hearing this and you may want to come on and do an interview with one of the hosts, all you have to do, you can go over to the link tree, the Crew Podcast, and that's DA Crew Podcast 23, and you'll see a list of all of the hosts that are a part of the Crew Podcast, and you can just click on whoever you think you may want to interview with, and you can click on their link, and it'll take you to whatever is connected to them. Some of them have their Facebook page connected to them. Some of them have, I think, the Instagram may be connected to it, but whatever's page is connected to them, it'll take you to that page, and then you can direct message them. And then there's different links over there. So however you would like to connect, that's how you can connect. If you would like to follow and listen to our shows, even if you like to listen to the replays, we're on iHeart, we're on Spotify, Listen Note, we're even on Amazon Music, Deja, um, y'all know I ain't good with names, but we're on about 10 to 15 various platforms that you can hear the replay. So whatever your choice of listening to your music and your podcast, please go find us. We are the Crew Podcast, and that's DACREW Podcast. We are them divas, but I'm excited to announce that we have men's a men's podcast coming in July. So if you are out there and you want to join a family of like-minded individuals, um, come on, come on. And we still have 3 spots, well, 2 spots available with the queens. So we need 2 queens to join us over there with them divas. And we probably about 10 spots open for our kings. So if you are a king and you want to share your message that God has given you, or whatever it is that you want to get out across these social media and these global platforms, definitely connect with us. You can probably Google us and see where we are and how you can check us out. You can Google the Crew Podcast, and we probably gonna come up. um, you can Google me, Queen of Collaborations, and you probably videos, books, and all kind of podcasts and blogs and all kind of stuff will probably come up under my name, and you can get a better idea of who I am, what I do, and what we doing over here at the Crew Podcast, Aspiring Authors Magazine, and AALAC, the Chasing Your Dream Book Tour. Can't forget to remind y'all, we are coming to Chicago June 14th. We will be at the Clearing Public Library from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Y'all come out. We have some amazing authors that's going to be in the building. If you are in Chicago, and you have a business, or you are an author and you want to be a part of it, it's still time for you to reach out and be a part of that. If you just want to come out, support, and meet some of these amazing authors, we're going to have some amazing authors in the building. We are out there supporting one of Chicago's own, well, actually a few of Chicago's own, but our whole plan for coming to Chicago was to support Coach Rachel L. Gary, who is dropping, y'all, she has dropped this amazing book. It's called From Poverty to Six Figures. And she's going to be having an amazing book signing on Sunday from 3 to 6. Definitely, if you're in Chicago, come on out and support, and come out, meet some of these amazing authors that's going to be in the building. You're going to get an opportunity to meet me. For those that want to meet me, you get an opportunity to meet me. I'm going to be in the building. Shaneria is going to be in the building. Latanya, one of the hosts on the network, Shining, one of the other hosts on the network. We're going to be in the building. Our special guest, Miss Kennedy, is going to be our keynote speaker, has a powerful testimony. She's going to be pouring back into her community. And then we have another amazing author that is from the Chicago area. She's going to be out there. She has a book that dropped last year. Didn't really get an opportunity to really promote it because her baby was diagnosed with congestive heart failure and was recently put on the heart transplant list. So we are going to be out there supporting her and out there trying to raise money to support this baby Cash. If you guys truly want to support, you can go over to the Children's Organ Transplant Association. Yes, that is an official website. It is the Children's Organ Transplant Association. And then you can look for Baby Cash story, and you can donate if you like, to support that family, to help Baby Cash as she journey towards getting a heart. Y'all, definitely every little bit helps. If you can, we want you to make sure that if you see this link, to share it. And if you go over to that website, you can go over to, I think it's COTA.org, if I'm not mistaken, COTA.org. And it is the abbreviation for each word, children organ transplant association. So it's COTA.org, if I'm not mistaken. And then you backslash put in cash, or just search for Cash story. It's Baby Cash, and you'll be able to see her story. And then you can read her story. And then if it's laid on your heart to donate, you can donate. If you're in Chicago and you want to come out, please come out. We are going to we're going to be doing we're going to be having some things that we're going to have for sale, to help raise money for Baby Cash, different things. So if you're out there and you want to donate an item that we can sell at our event on June 14th, go ahead and get it sent in, y'all. We got 12 days before the event. Really, it would need to be to Lachey by the 12th, so that we can have it for the event. So if you have something that you would like to donate for us to sell at this event, we're actually just going to have a table, and we're going to have items for sale to raise fund for Baby Cash, because we were actually going to do, and I'm just going to be transparent this morning. We were actually going to do a food sale. We're still waiting to see if we can sell food at the library. I don't think they're going to let us sell food at the library, but we were going to have a food sale. We actually rented a venue a while back. A couple of weeks ago, we were told that the venue, well, on the 19th, we were told that the venue was having some zoning issues. We used a company, Peerscape. Peerscape. They contacted me. They told me that the company was having issues with their zoning. So they refunded our monies. Everybody that had rented this place, they refunded our monies, and we had to find another place. So we were fortunate enough to find the library, and we're going to make it do what it do. So like I say, we got to learn how to adapt. We got to learn how to keep pushing no matter what comes at us. I could have, me and the young ladies that were traveling there, we could have said, okay, well, we're not gonna go. We're gonna throw in the towel and we're just gonna call it quits or whatever. But we made a commitment first of all. And when I make a commitment, I usually go ahead and follow through with those things that you do to make a commitment. That means get your booking for your plane, and get your hotel, because when I say I'm going, I'm going. So those things had already been taken care of. So no, there was no canceling. There was no, we're not going. That never crossed my mind. So even in the midst of trying to find a spot, trying to, the enemy get busy because that is his job. But we got to learn how to tune out all of that ruckish, all of that stuff that has nothing to do with the plan that he has for you, because that is their job. It's to keep you distracted, to keep you frustrated, to keep you at odds with people. Like, I oftentimes hear people talking about what somebody did to them. Like, okay, they did it. Get over it. Because guess what? If they did it and you know they did it, guess what? They don't get an opportunity to do it again. You live, you learn, and you keep going. You can't take it back. There's no way you can go back and pick up what they did to you. That is done. It's in the history books. It's in the records. You just learn from it. We always got to use these disadvantages, these disappointments, these letdowns, these hurts, all of this stuff that come to distract you and to keep you off course. You got to learn how to use it as a stepping stone, use it as a building block, learn how to build you a wall that can help you elevate. That's what you got to do. Build you some steps, build you some stairs to where you're supposed to go. We can't keep, and then we can't keep allowing that to hold us. And then that be that excuse. Excuses are for the incompetent. We don't have time for excuses, y'all. That's one thing we don't have time for. So, y'all, as we recap again, this week has been truly a week. We talked about we talked about those various scriptures, and it was all about preparing our hearts and getting ready. So we had Philippians 3 and 14. We had 2 Corinthians 5 and 7. We had Romans 8 and 24 and 5. Hebrews 11 and 1. And John's 29 and John's 20 and 29. And then Colossians 3 and 2. Those were the scriptures that we had throughout the week. So what we got to focus on? We got to stay grounded. We got to remember that it may not he may not move when we want him to move, but he's always on time. Okay? So as we have journeyed through this week, we had some powerful scriptures, like I said. But and they all reminded us that faith isn't just about what we see, but it's believing in God's promises for our future. And this is what we have learned. Y'all, I'm gonna have to take this call. I'm gonna have to take this call. So y'all get a chance to hear one of the inmates that I work with out of Texas, because I have to take this call and I don't want to end the live. So I'm going to bring the call up. Hello, Cornell. How are you today?
How you doing, ma'am? You okay this morning?
Yes, I am currently on live. We are on the live. I was doing a recap of the week, and then I was getting ready to do our challenge. for the because we got a new challenge starting. I was telling them about the book that we just dropped. Me, Shanette, Apostle, and Millie Gross. That's coming to y'all soon. He is one of the inmates that's inside of TDCJ. If you would please introduce yourself to them real quick.
Well, yes, ma'am. My name is Cornell Drum. I'm here at the Mingus State Jail Felony Unit, and I am waiting to go home. And yes, ma'am. And I'm here in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Institutional Division. And I appreciate being a part of this platform and a part of everything Mrs. Angela Thomas Smith got going on.
And you say you're getting ready to go home, but that's tell the people how long you have been wrongfully and overly incarcerated.
Well, yes, ma'am. I have been incarcerated for a total of over close to 35 years rather. And it's been a journey. It's been a journey that, only a man of faith in God can sustain. And, only through the hope and the spirit of God, I've been able to, stay focused and stay in God and to stay powerful and strong, and to follow, the commandments of God. Because, without that, there's no hope. You don't have no way of being able to stay focused in Him. Because people are committing suicide in here because they can't take it. So, like I said, I've been able to, stay focused and stay in God. So this has been my journey. And now it's my turn to, God has spoken my turn to go home and get to the other side. So, yes, ma'am.
Where the Cornell is also the co-host over on Shanette's show. Shanette does a show every first and third Monday. Her show is titled "Let's Talk About It." She share about social injustice. She share about various things that has to do with those that are incarcerated and the 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 position of the prisons, how the conditions of the prisons and what's going on in the prison system, things of that nature. So she is definitely doing her mark. She's definitely someone that I prayed for, y'all. I prayed for her, and God sent her right on over here to the podcast, so that I didn't have to do it. So hey, I'm grateful on this morning. So, Cornell, since we have you on the line, is there anything that you would like to share with us on today? I don't know if he's still on here.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm here. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And like I say, ma'am, I appreciate being a part of this platform, ma'am, because, like I say, we have shed light on a lot of stuff, and they're listening. I have to say that, ma'am. They're listening because, like I say, the directors and everybody came over here and to look at the conditions here at the Dominguez State Jail Felony Facility, which is labeled in your Aspiring Authors magazine. And they came, and I appreciate y'all for what y'all do, the advocacy that y'all doing for us. We appreciate that. And other units and other individuals around the state of Texas need to know that advocating for justice and injustice, it means a lot because the conditions in these prison systems is eroding. People are serving prison sentences that's way overly incarcerating them. But like guys, right now we got like 70 people waiting to go home, but they still here. They just still here, man. They can't even get a parole release date after completing a program that these people say they completed already. And they still here, man. So,
and that's a serious
like
issue. But it's about money. And we all know that. And if you listen to what Chris Chrisley said on his interview, this is a white man that was just pardoned by Donald Trump that lives here in Georgia, and he was given a prison sentence for tax evasion. There was a lot of tax stuff going on, but he was given a prison system. But this man came out of prison, and in his interview, he stated just as plain as day that there was definitely disparity within the prison systems when it comes to black and white. He said he saw it for himself, nothing that nobody told him. He said there were so many opportunities that was passed over blacks because they were black. He said, and he know that he got it because he of who he was. Nothing that nobody told me. Something that this man said himself live on an interview. You can go listen to it on YouTube and hear it for yourself. You can hear the whole interview yourself. Nothing that nobody said. But this is what happened, and this is what happened so many times. When are we gonna say enough is enough, and we're gonna say it's time to really look at this prison system and how they are placing these people within the prison system and how they place them? Because I've seen so many people die that should have not died because of the way they placed them in the prison system. You play somebody that was going home in 90 days in a level 5 prison when they should have been at the county. You shouldn't have even sent them way down there. Only 90 days. Why you sending them way down there? Because it's about money for them. It's about filling these beds, and it's about keeping people there. Because you know these people going home in 6 months. Why not have their stuff together when they come in? You're supposed to be working towards their transition anyway, if this is a transition. If this is helping them transition back, when they come in these programs, you should be preparing them. Everything should be preparing them to get back into the real world and be successful in the real world. You should be sending them through training for job training. You should be sending them to mental health. You should be making sure that every area of them are complete. You don't send them home any kind of way. You got to make sure they whole. You have control over them. The state has authority over them. So you're supposed to make sure that these people are whole. You're supposed to make sure that these people are rehabilitated. You're getting paid for it. Our funds. And we can go and we can check all the records, and you know this. Follow the money. That's where it's at. Follow the money trail.
Being that
That's
you
not
said that,
hard.
ma'am, I would like to give a shout, my condolences to the Mr. Robert Earl Jones' family, ma'am. He is the guy who just died over here. He was living in 24 people over here in the Dominguez State Jail Felony Facility.
Mm-hmm.
And he was already 76 years old, man. Okay, and they gave him an FI6 and placed him into this FI6 program. Well, this man's medical condition is he was not fit for this program, man. And how they managed to put this individual in this program is far beyond me. He had a bad heart. He had nerve damages in his leg. He couldn't take 3 steps without stopping. So whoever allowed for them to place this man into this facility, they need to be addressed, man.
This is the same. This is the same man that I called and I had to tell them that we needed somebody to go over and check because y'all that there were guys over there having to clean up his mess because he was using the restroom on himself, and he needed to go to the hospital, and when nobody sending him to the hospital, and then they finally sent him to the hospital, and then they find out something is wrong with him, but then you bring him back. You don't do that. If you knew something was wrong with that man and his family need to check into that. When they found out something was wrong with that man, they should have gave him a FI1, immediate release. You should not. No reason why someone terminally ill. That man shouldn't have had to die in that prison the way that he died, and the government should be held accountable. TDCJ should be held accountable. That family need to investigate that because that's wrong.
Yes, ma'am. Well, his celly right here, he found the man dead that morning because he spoke to the man. The man said, "Wake him up for lunch." Well, when it came time to wake him up, to wake him up for dinner, he was no longer alive. His celly found him dead. Mr. Holliday found him dead in his cubicle, and it was sad because the fact that we did everything in our power. Even you, ma'am, you have sent this man out and you monitored this man's transition. You had him in the hospital, and they could have done better by him by keeping him either over there or putting him in an FI1 program to release this man. Instead, somehow they sent him back, man. And now he died over here. So you're right. I hope his family get to the bottom of this to find out what really happened to their loved one. Because it's not right. If our system is like this is, they don't have no foundation, no function to allow inmates to die in prison when inmates can be given better medical condition, medical care, man.
I told you, it's all about money with them. They want to fill these beds. I can guarantee you that they awarded the state. I can guarantee you the state got insurance on them. They got insurance on them. That's why they don't care. That's why they don't care nothing about sending them to the hospital. And then if you don't go get them, they gonna throw them back there in the back, and ain't no telling what else they doing. Because down there in Alabama, we know that they was selling the body parts to the school, and the school was doing stuff. People was getting their family members, and they was missing body parts. They didn't have no brains, no hearts, no nothing. But we know this is what they do, and then they just throw them back there in empty graves. But this is the prison system. We all know it was never designed for us anyway. Never, never designed for us. And it's never going to be right. So now what we got to do is we got to prevent it. We got to start getting our babies before they get in that pipeline. And that pipeline is the school system. Because that school system, it does nothing for our kids. Does nothing for our kids. Because they don't teach you how to be entrepreneurs. They don't teach you how to use your gifts and talents. All it does is teach you how to go work for somebody else and to fulfill somebody else's dreams. Because what they teach you, how to go get the American dream. And that is to go work on somebody else's job when you got gifts and talents. You better tap into them. Teach your babies how to tap into their gifts and talents when they're young, so they'll keep it with them when they grow up. So they'll have it with them always. So when they go off to these different trade schools and to these different schools, if they go to school, they already have what they want in them, and all they doing is elevate. Because he said that he will make room for us. He's giving us gifts and talents, and they will make our name great. Okay, so utilize what's on the inside of you. He's giving it all. It ain't no coincidence. All those that keep jumping on and off, yeah, this for you too. So come on back when you're ready. If you want to come back and listen to the replay, you can hear the replay. But this is for you. It's not a coincidence. There's something that you need to hear that's going to help you go to the next level. Y'all, it's all about going to the next level. Because guess what? When you go to the next level, there are people that's coming up behind you. They're able to elevate. Huh. But guess what? You got to make sure that there's somebody that can take your place. So guess what? You got to do what you're supposed to do so they can be ready to take your place when he elevates you.
Well, thank you for that, ma'am. And like I said, I appreciate that. And like I said, for anybody listening to this podcast this morning, I would like to encourage you, if you're in the state of Texas, to contact our state representatives and our Texas senators, and to have them to tap into these rehabilitation programs like Mrs. Smith just said, and to have these people to find out what's the problem with these facilities, what's the problem with these programs, because we got over 15,000 inmates have already made parole and are still sitting in these facilities. That's unheard of. That's not right. And here it is, we got guys sitting here next door who have been complete with a program that they say is a 6-month program, been here over a year, still waiting for a day to be released. That's not right.
Write your governor. Write your governor. Write your governor. Yeah, he can get the right net pen like Donald Trump, and he can do an executive order. He can do an executive order just like Donald Trump. Contact your governor. Contact Hot Wheels. Contact Hot Wheels. That's who you need to get on Hot Wheels. He running around here giving away 4,000 rooms for immigrants, trying to follow up with Donald Trump. Y'all contact him and get on his behind. Make him do his job. Y'all, we can't keep being quiet. Make these people do their job.
That's right. That's true.
Tell you, the only person doing something right now is Jasmine Crockett. She the only person doing something. Everybody else just keeping their mouth closed and they just going along with the process. No, you cannot do that. We need more people to step up. Where's Ron Reynolds? And what's his name? What the other man name? Where he at? All these representatives. Elmer Allen. And all these people. Like, where y'all at? The people need y'all to stand up and do what y'all supposed to do. Georgia, you ain't out of the blue either.
Yes, ma'am. Right.
Because we got issues with you too. Y'all, mental health is real. And when it affects people, and this drug issue, that is rampant in the prison system. It ain't just one place, y'all. It ain't just one state. It's all through the prison system because that's what we hear. That's what we hear. It ain't just Texas. It ain't just Georgia. It's all the prison system. But how is these people getting how is these people getting drugs into the prison system? It ain't like the prisoners can go out and solicit drugs. Somebody bringing them. But for a warden to say that it's the family, yeah, right. But it's the family reason why they getting drugged. Yeah, come on. He part of the problem.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're right. So that was their response to that situation, ma'am. And that family members are responsible for a lot of this stuff, and that's not true. It can't be true. Why? Because they don't want to listen to us telling them what the problems are. Just like the other day when Mr. Jones died. I asked the lieutenant, "Can I speak to you?" He said, "I don't have time right now." Well, I told him, I said, "Well, that's the problem right there. You don't have time to listen to what we have to say." So a few minutes after he went to sit down, he thought about what I said, and then he called me in his office. And I said, "Thank you for calling me. That's all we want to do is talk to y'all and ask for y'all to listen to us." And this is the problem. They don't listen to us. Because we're the ones that serving time in these prison systems. We're the ones being affected by all of the things that are going on in our prison system. Lack of
Well,
medical care, drugs, all this type of. We're the ones being affected by this stuff, man.
well, they don't
So
feel like you are a ward of the state and that you don't have rights. They feel like you don't have rights. They don't. You still are human, regardless of what you have done. Because what these people fail to realize that a lot of us is only by grace and mercy that we're not on that other side too. And if we don't walk the straight and narrow, we could end up there. And that's anybody. Even the ones that are keeping the gatekeeping right now, they can end up there too because we've seen it happen. So we have to be careful. We truly have to be careful. That do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. That is real in everywhere that you go. Because karma is real. And you never know who God is using and why he put people there. We have so many people that are wrongfully incarcerated right now that are in prison that shouldn't even be there, that are innocent. And we know this. The courts have proven that they're innocent, but yet they still sit in prison. So you never know who you're entertaining. So let's not be so let's just remember that if we're not going to do these jobs and if we're not going to work unto the Lord, then we shouldn't be doing these things that we're doing. Like in everything, you should do it with integrity, and you should do it with keeping a sense of you. Like you should be represented in everything that you do. If it's not a good representation of you, then why would you do that? I don't get it. I actually received a message from I think it was Shaneria. She sent me a video of a young lady. I think she's here in Georgia, but she was talking about how she really despised her job, and she don't understand how some of those people sleep at night because of the stuff that they do, and she wished that they would just stop doing the stuff that they do, and that they would just think about the people and think about if that was them, and this is a worker. So there are people that are within the system that really cares and really believe that people can be rehabilitated, and that everybody is not a criminal because that's what the courts have said. Because of course we see in the real every day, we have a criminal sitting in the highest form of government, and yet nobody believes that he's a criminal. Nobody even labels him as a criminal. You got 90 felonies, convicted of 34, but yet you act like you the most liberated, the most righteous, the most upright thing it is. But phew, that's an administration. But anyhow,
Well, yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am, because this is what's important for us to advocate and bring awareness to the things that's going on around, our systems, within our government, because this is very sad that we in America have a system the way it's designed. That we did a study, and the study showed that there's 1.6 million African Americans locked up. That's a lot of African Americans. So yes, race plays a major role into our systems. So the color of people's person's skin, it shouldn't be like that within our systems, within our country, but it is. So ma'am, if our presidents and whoever's in office is claiming that it's not, it is, and we need to fix these systems because this is not right. That individuals are being just basically sent in slavery just because of the color of their skin. And we're not being racist about this. We're just saying that this is not right, the way our systems are being designed.
I
And
mean,
we're asking for
and
everybody to stand up to these issues.
it ain't about what we are being. I mean, statistics don't lie. I mean, you can see for yourself. You can look at black and white. It's in black and white. It's in print. It's in the statistics. It's in the books. It's there. You do the research yourself. Find out for yourself, and then you know for yourself. And it's nothing that nobody's telling you. And that's what I'm just trying to get people to understand. Now, this has been going on, but it's happening right in front of you, in plain sight. And there's so much more that is happening right in front of us. Now, we got to wake up. And how we wake up, be the change that you desire to see in this world. Don't just sit
Yes,
by.
ma'am.
Do something about it. Be that change. It starts and
Well,
ends with you.
thank you, man. Well, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, we're having a show. Let's talk about it. Please join us because we will be talking about these very same issues tomorrow night on Let's Talk About It right here on the Crew Podcast. So thank y'all very much, man, for allowing me this opportunity to be a part of your show this morning. Thank you very much for that.
Well, thank you, and you have a great day.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, that was Cornell. Y'all got a chance to to hear from Cornell. So that was Cornell. He is one of the individuals that Shanette and I work with. He is Shanette's co-host. Um, Amazing man, has an amazing story in the work that he does for others, the work that he does for those that are incarcerated, trying to bring light to their stories. He's helped individuals that needed to get back in court. He's helped individuals get back in court. He's helped individuals that had money confiscated from them wrongfully. He's helped individuals get money back. Even those lawyers that supposedly have defended them and did not do their jobs. He's helped individuals get money back. Y'all, nothing that nobody told me, but something that I witnessed for myself. So y'all, definitely, check them out Monday. Let's talk about it right here on the Crew Podcast, right here with Shanette and Cornell. So y'all, I am before I leave because I wasn't expecting Cornell to come on. I was supposed to have been talking about the 100 um no, the 21 days, the 21-day challenge, y'all. 21-day challenge, 21-day challenge. So it kicks off today. So it is, we got flyers floating around, we got all kind of stuff floating around. If you want to be a part of, there's information posted all around. If you're on Substack, there's information posted on Substack. There's a flyer floating around on TikTok. YouTube, we've shared videos, we've shared all kind of stuff. So there's information out there. Of course, you can go to my link tree and get the information and get connected directly. Y'all, we have a private group on Facebook. So if you're not on Facebook, um, we will connect with you through you will hear us through the lives. You'll be able to connect with us through the lives. commenting through that, and email. So you'll be able to email me, stay connected with me, but you won't be able to connect with the groups if you're not on Facebook. So if you are on Facebook, even if you only use it for just connecting with that group, please come on over there, connect with us. And it is the Author Circle by Aspiring Authors Magazine. And that is where we're going to be doing this 21-day challenge. Y'all, it's 21 days. Will you promote your business? Will you promote you as an author? Will you promote your brand? Will you let people know who you are? I'm only challenging you to go live for 10 minutes a day. It's up to you if you partake in the activities and the challenges for today. They are outlined. And I have detailedly outlined them for you so you can go over and look at them. You can ponder on them. You can see what you got to do all 21 days so that there's no. You know what you got to do. So it's not a surprise because I've been sharing it. I've had it posted for a minute now. So you already know what's going to happen. You already know what's going to take place. And you can pick and choose what you want to be a part of. I just want to make sure that you dedicate and that you commit to going live for 10 minutes a day for 21 days. That is the main objective, and that is to help get your visibility up. Now it's up to you to engage, and it's up to you to really, really to bring the people in. Um, I've seen changes in some of the things that I have been doing for the last week of what I've been doing. Even though I am locked out of my personal page, I'm telling you, the enemy is busy, but guess what? God is yet moving, and I'm not stopping. So, hey, that's what we doing over here. That's what we're doing over here. I'm getting ready to get on off here. Get involved. Join the 121. I keep saying 121. Join the 21 days of visibility challenge, y'all. Yeah. Information is posted on my author page, author Angela Thomas. I posted it this morning. If you follow me, I'm sure you got a notification. If you on the page, I highlighted it, so I'm sure you got a notification. So everybody that support the author page, you have been notified. So y'all get attached. And the ones that I tagged, yeah, I tagged you for a reason. Let's get it. I tagged 21 authors that I believe in, that I know can utilize the visibility, and that can use the presence, and I'm going to be backing them because I'm going to be on them. So yes, whether they choose to partake or not, I'm still going to be on them for this challenge. Yep. But y'all, thank y'all for jumping on and listening, and all those on TikTok that have been sharing out our clips, that have been liking, that have been commenting, that has been helping us get our videos in the flow, that's been helping us kind of get out there. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. We're gonna learn how to do some of those lives and some of those other things that I see everybody else doing. But y'all, I'm just getting here, so I'm just trying to get into the flow of being over here and utilizing these platforms. I do have a podcast network that I run, as well as a magazine, and I have a movement. So there's a lot that my hands are in. So I try to do social media when I can, but I'm trying to be intentional. I'm trying to be intentional in this season. So I'm gonna try to finish these last 6 months strong, y'all. Y'all, we already 6 months in. I can't believe it. Y'all, where has the time gone? Where has the time gone? Y'all better create y'all some memories. Y'all better be creating some memories, creating some legacy. That's what y'all better be doing, because time is not waiting on nobody. You wait if you want to. You gonna wake up one day and you gonna be like, dang, where them 10 years went? Where them 20 years went? Huh? My baby grown. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of y'all. Y'all better get on it. Do what God has called you to. All right. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great afternoon. Y'all may hear me back on later on. Um, we don't have a show tonight, but I feel like doing a show tonight, so I may be back on tonight. Don't know what I'm gonna do. But of course, we got to 7 o'clock to make it happen. So I may see if I can get me some guests together, and I may do a panel discussion tonight, y'all. I'm always trying to do something to uplift my community. So I may even talk about doing this about this challenge tonight. So hey, never know what will be going down on the Crew Podcast when the visionary is at work, y'all. Okay, but y'all stay connected and know that I appreciate y'all.